Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna do an unboxing video for the latest mega deck SD56 覇王見斬. So without further ado, let's open it up. So before we open anything up, a little update here. As you can notice that I have not been uploading anything in this channel for a long time, and you can say it's actually because of my school stuff, my assignments, my finals, my quizzes. They never end, and now everything is settled. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, so you can see everything is laid out here, and you can see those usual stuff from the starter decks. You can see the cores, the soul cores, and the paper playmat, and the decks here. So what's unusual in this mega deck, and it's what's so special about it, is the designs are very beautiful. So you can see from the box itself, look at these impressive designs, and look at the back of it with the list of the cards and everything else. It's not just that, it's not impressive enough. Look at the paper playmats. It's special design, and you can see, okay, I'll open it up for a while. So what you can see here, it's a fully designed paper playmat. Look at it, those majestic artwork, and you see it's red in color. Compared to those old like normal gray playmats, it's red. So at the back is their usual tutorials for the cards, for the card game. So you can just leave it. Look at the sleeves. We have like 40 sleeves here, with an amazing design. And next we have the checklist. So what's so special about the checklist is they have their own way to shine. So let's open it up, see what's inside. So now we have the Oni Doragon, Shima Creek 2, and Lord Dragon 10. So we have it here. We have one of the checklist, two of the checklist 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Oh, so we have 6 of the same checklist, just in case you lost one. You're pretty thoughtful of Bandai, pretty thoughtful of Kadas for giving us 6 same checklists, just in case we lost them or you want to use it in other decks. Well, it's pretty thoughtful of them, but for me it's like a little bit of overkill. So yeah, that's everything. We have the cores and the soul cards here, as you can see. We're gonna go on to the main deck. Alright, so this is the first card of our mega deck, the SD. So here we can see it's the Lord Dragon Berserk 10, and this is actually the side B of Tensei X. Once we flip it aside, we have the side A of the Tensei X. It's a 6 cost unit, 2 red reduction, 1 white reduction, Lord Dragon 10. It actually has a burst effect. When the life is decreased, you can destroy one of your opponent's spirit or ultimate with the BP 12k or below. After the effect is activated, you may summon this spirit without paying the cost. So yeah, this is a decent burst effect. And level 1, level 2, and level 3 Tensei. When this spirit attacks and your count is 5 or below, and you have a burst set on your field, you may flip this card to another side. So level 2 and level 3, when this spirit attack, you may set one of your bursts from your hand to the field, and if you do, you may draw 2. So it's a pretty useful card for increasing your hand size and actually setting a burst for your next side. So once you flip it to the side B, it became an 8 cost spirit, Lord Dragon Berserk 10, as I said before. Here you can see the level 1, level 2, and level 3 effect. When this spirit attacks, you may activate your burst immediately. If the activated burst is a red or white card with the system Howl, its effect cannot be affected by your opponent's effect. Once you did that, you may set one burst from your hand to the field. Alright, so it's actually very useful. Alright, so for level 2 and level 3, when your burst is activated, when it's during your attack step, you may refresh the spirit. After that, you may put one of your opponent's life core to the reserve. So it's basically a life shooting effect. So just attack, shoots one of your opponent's life, refresh, and do it again and again, and it's basically unstoppable. So we have 2 of it in each SD. So next we have another Tensei card. We have the Oni Dragon. So we flip it aside, or flip it to side A, we have the normal Tensei Rare Oni Dragon. Right, so when you summon the spirit, you may destroy one of your opponent's Nexus, and if you have a burst set on your field, the Nexus that is destroyed by this effect cannot activate any effect. So it is a very strong removal for the game, as you can see from the environment nowadays. Those Tensei Nexus, they have a very special effect. When they are destroyed, and they can immediately turn into another unit. It's called Tensei basically. Okay, if you destroy the Nexus, those Nexus cannot activate any effect, so they cannot Tensei into another unit. So it's a very good counter for environment nowadays. The next level 1, level 2, level 3 effect, it's a Tensei effect when your count is 3 or below. When your cost 5 or above red or white unit attack, or when your burst activates, you may flip this card to the other side. So for level 2 and level 3, when this spirit attacks, you may destroy one of your opponent's 5k or below spirit, and you may draw one card from your deck. So it's a very good card. It's like a slightly weaker version of the extra Tensei X for our Mega deck. And once we flip it to side B, we have the 7 cost Oni Dragon. And level 1, level 2, and level 3, when this spirit Tensei or attack, you may destroy one of your opponent's spirit with 7k or below. The spirit that is destroyed by this effect cannot activate any effect. It's a very strong unit. So what's stronger? You look at the second skill, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Suigeki, during your own attack step, by changing this spirit position from exhaust to heavy exhaust position, you may attack once more. So it's a very strong effect. What makes it even stronger is when level 2 and level 3, when this spirit attacks, this spirit gains 10k BP and another red symbol. So basically it's a minimum 20k BP and 2 symbol attacker for at least twice. So it's very strong. So it's another finisher for this SD. We have 2 of it. Alright, so what we have here is the Tencent Nexus that I mentioned before. What's special about this is that this is actually the side B of the unit. Once you flip it around, the side A is actually a 4-cost spirit with a white reduction and a red reduction. So here we have the unit. When it's summoned, you may add 1 call to 2 of your spirit with Dimension System. For the Tensei, it's when the spirit leaves the field, you have to count 3 or below. You may flip this card around. During your opponent's turn for level 2 and level 3, your hand cards are not affected by your opponents, and your life can be only reduced by 1 for each of your opponent's spirit. So this is a very strong defensive card. And once you flip it to side B, the Nexus is actually a 2-symbol Nexus with 1 white symbol and 1 red symbol. For the level 1 effect, it's that your hand cards are not affected by your opponent's level 1. Another level 1 effect is during when your burst is activated, add 1 card to your reserve or spirit. This effect can be activated once per turn. Let's move on to the next card. It's a 3 cost, 1 red reduction, 1 white reduction, Odoran. It's basically a searcher for this Mega deck. Alright, so next we have DOS Monkey Revival, and this is another searcher for it. So we have 2 of it, surprisingly 2 of it, which is weird, but okay. Alright, so we're gonna go on with 1 Kengo. Look at the effects for 1 Kengo. We have 2 of it as well. And next we have the Kiji Toriya. Kiji Toriya Revival. There's a lot of revival in this Mega deck, but very useful and very good in this current environment. So 3 costs, 1 white reduction, 1 red reduction. Next we have 2 of it. Next we have another revival. There's gonna be a lot of them. A 3-cost Nexus, the Hero Empire DT Sword. So here we have 1 red reduction, 1 white reduction, revival. So here we have 2 of it as well. Next we have another revival, another 3-cost Nexus. So here we have 1 and 2 of it. And next we have the Burst Flame Revival. So it's a 6-cost magic with 3 red reduction. And what's so special about it is the effects here. So you can see here, this card in your trash area is not affected by any effect. So you can't put it into your hand again from the trash, or you cannot be outgamed from the trash. If you have this card in your hand, this card is not affected by your opponent's effect. If your life is decreased by your opponent, you may use this card without paying any cost. One effect you can use is actually a flash effect. You may destroy one of your opponent's Brave Spirit or Brave Ultimate, or you may destroy one of your opponent's Spirit or Ultimate with 20k or below. So it's a pretty strong card. So for the first effect, when your opponent's Spirit or Ultimate attack, you can destroy 3 of your opponent's Spirit or Ultimate with the BP 12k or below, and you may use the flash effect of this card by paying the cost. So it's 6 and 3 red reduction. Next we have my personal favorite, Burst Wall Revival. So Burst Wall is the usual 4-cost 2 reduction. So yeah, here we have the same old art, but now it's shining. So it has the same effect as the Burst Flame. When this card is in the trash zone, it is not affected by any effect. So including your effect or your opponent's effect. So it's not affected. And when this card is in your hand, it is not affected by your opponent's effect. And when your opponent decreases your life, you may use the flash effect. When the battle ends, you end the attack step. So for the burst effect, it's the usual stuff. It's just when your life is decreased, you may add 1 core from the void to your life. By paying the cost, you may use the flash effect. So it's basically a burst ball with the extra wordings here, 2 of it as well. Next, we have the Burst Storm. This is the revival of Burst Storm, 5 cost 3 reduction. The specialty of this card is actually that the opponent cannot destroy this card when it's set on the field. And yeah, for the burst effect and for the flash effect, I'm going to leave it to you guys if you're interested. Right? Okay, so moving on to 2 of it. Next, we have our very familiar card, the Burst Roar. So it's nothing different about it. So we have 2 of it as well. Next, we have the revival. This is actually the reprints for this mega decks. You can see here we have the Sagito Ashiraiga. I'm not going to go into its effect. I'll show you the card with a different foiling. And you can see here we have actually 2 of it as well. And next we have another reprint for Burst Cross, 4 cost 2 reduction. And you can see here it's a revival. And it's the same. It's a reprint. I'm not going to go into the detail. So we wait. Also, surprisingly, we only have 1 of it. Alright. So next we have our another reprint, I believe. Yeah, this is actually the revival for this SD. The new revival. It is a 6 cost, 3 red reduction, 1 white reduction. It is the Fang-based Emperor Kintaro Bear. Alright, revival here. The burst effect is when your opponent activates the spirits when summoned or when caught in effect. You may destroy your opponent's 2 spirit with BP 10k or below, or you can destroy 2 of your opponent's Grandwalker Nexus without the mentioned system here, and you may draw 1 card from your deck. And level 2 and level 3 effect. During your own attack step, the spirit with the mentioned system, when it attacks, you may destroy 1 of the opponent's spirit with the BP lower than that attacking spirit. So we have the same thing, it's 2 of it. Next we have the Hanazaka Doragon. So you have the Hanazaka Dragon. When there's a burst set on your field, this card in your hand is treated as cost 4 instead of cost 6, written here. So with the effect, it's cost 4. Next we have when this spirit is summoned, you may add 1 card from with the name Hajime from your trash, or you may add 1 red or white card with the mentioned system without the name Hanazaka Dragon from your trash to your hand. So next we have when this spirit attacks, you may open 1 card from your deck, and if the open unit is actually a card with burst effect or card with the system Hao, you can immediately activate the burst. It doesn't fulfill any of the conditions, you can just add the card into your hand. So we have 2 of it as well. Alright, so next we have the main character of this deck, the 3 cost Grandwalker Nexus with 1 red reduction, 1 white reduction, and the core charge conditions are the mentioned system and cost 3 and above spirit. And we have another core charge condition is actually the magic with burst effect, so it's a pretty special card. For level 1 and level 2, this Nexus symbol can be treated as white. You can see here it's red normally. Next, we move on to level 1 level 2 effect, Grand Skill 4. It's a flash effect during both players' attack step. Once per turn, you may put 4 costs from this Nexus to the void. You may choose 1 of your bursts with the mentioned system. So your opponent's cost 5 or below spirit or Nexus effect cannot be activated until the burst effect is activated. So it's pretty complicated, but once you use it, you'll be pretty familiar with it. So next we have the Grand Field, level 2. So after your burst effect activate, you may set 1 card from your hand with the burst effect. It's a main engine. You have 2 of it as well. Next we have the reprint for the revival X-Ray, Dragon Hero Sig Yamato Free. I mean, there's 2 of it. So next we have the new cards. New cards is 10 costs, 3 red reduction, 3 white reduction. It's actually a Lord Dragon Saber 10. So next we have another X-Ray, the 8 cost, 3 white reduction and 1 red reduction. The Lord Dragon Glazer X. Lord Dragon Glazer 10. So this is a pretty strong defensive card. We have 2 of it as well. And next, this is nothing. This is just a card, and this is basically the end of the mega deck. That's all for my video. And if you like the video, give a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for future contents. Leave a comment down below if I said something wrong, or you want to tell me something, or you have any suggestion. Just tell me down below in the comment section. So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys like it. and see you guys next time. Bye!